Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Former Warriors coach's controversial statement on Klay Thompson. While the Warriors have a plethora of questions to answer next season, one of the biggest ones they have to answer is what they're going to do about Klay Thompson's free agency. The process as a whole won't be a comfortable one, and some even believe they should let Klay walk. Former Warriors head coach and Hall of Famer George Karl was a guest on Brandon "Scoop B" Robinson's podcast, where he gave a controversial take on what the Warriors should do about Klay Thompson. "I would have probably made that decision to break them up a little earlier than now," Karl said. "Would I give him an extension? I would try to work on an extension with him that would be team-friendly and hopefully make him happy. But if he wants to go out and get the bigger dollar, I might let him go." The biggest problem with the Klay Thompson situation will be the trickle effect that it has on Steph Curry. Steph Curry has stated numerous times that he wants to play his career with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. How will it impact him if that doesn't happen? Thompson has been linked numerous times to the Orlando Magic, and Karl believes he could be a good fit with that team, not as an all-star, but as a veteran. "Orlando needs someone that can make a shot," Karl said. "Now I don't know if he's able to help you as an all-star, but he might help you as a veteran and pro that can come off the bench and light it up." The situation is an incredibly tricky one for the Golden State Warriors. The team absolutely cannot overpay Klay Thompson or it'll ruin their chances of any potential championship contending, but they also have to keep Steph Curry happy no matter what. According to NBA insider Shams Charania of The Athletic and Stadium, the Orlando Magic and Klay Thompson have mutual interest. Thompson becomes an unrestricted free agent this offseason. The Magic lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the 2024 playoffs in 7 games. The Golden State Warriors didn't make the playoffs this year. They lost the 9-10 play-in game to the Sacramento Kings. One of the best shooters in NBA history, Thompson averaged 17.9 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists this season while shooting 43.2% from the field, 38.7% from beyond the arc and 92.7% from the free throw line. According to NBA insider Tim Kawakami of The Athletic, the Magic might offer Thompson a ton of money this summer. "One of the worst-kept secrets in the league is that Orlando, loaded with young talent but not with shooters, might offer Klay a ton of money next summer," Kawakami wrote. Meanwhile, Joe Lacob has said the Warriors want to get all the way out of the luxury tax next summer, which is possible, but only if they are very disciplined about how much they're willing to pay to keep Klay and/or CP3. The Warriors drafted Thompson with the 11th overall pick in the 2011 NBA draft out of Washington State. Thompson has made 5 All-Star teams, 2 All-NBA teams, and 1 All-Defensive team with Golden State. Thompson has often said he wants to retire with the Warriors, who have won 4 championships in the Thompson-Stephen Curry, Draymond Green era. Even though Thompson is not the player he once was, it would shock numerous people around the NBA if the Warriors didn't re-sign the sharpshooter. "Klay's not going anywhere," one NBA executive predicted while chatting with Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype. "The Warriors can't let him walk. He's a 4-time champion, and they can't really replace him. At some point, if a player isn't getting the job done and still wants to play as he gets older, you'd come off the bench, and he's doing that while playing better. Maybe they tie his deal to Steph's. Klay's value is in the $20 to $25 million range." NBA mock trade, Warriors land Nets star in bold trade. The Brooklyn Nets are in a roster-building purgatory. They've got no direct path to contention, and they already don't control their future draft picks. Relying on the Phoenix Suns for draft picks, there is no incentive for the Nets to enter a rebuild and destroy their roster in doing so. However, cashing in current talents via trade and, in return, getting more draft picks and high-potential talents could be the closest things to a regular rebuild the Nets could get at this point in time. Still, trades are the only way out for the Nets, unless they want to keep their core intact to be a perennial playoff team in the meantime while they wait for the draft capital to replenish over time. Bleacher Report's Greg Schwartz broke down one bold trade that could involve the Nets this offseason, helping them return some draft capital. In this trade, the Nets would send Mikal Bridges and Dennis Schroeder to the Golden State Warriors in return for Jonathan Kuminga, Aaron Wiggins, a 2025 first-round pick, a 2026 second-round pick and a 2028 second-round pick. The Nets are in a weird spot right now since they owe so many of their own future picks to the Houston Rockets from the James Harden trade. But with this deal, they'd get a combination of veteran talent in Wiggins, a high-upside prospect in the 21-year-old Kuminga and a package of draft picks, including an unprotected first-rounder next summer, Schwartz wrote of the proposed trade. This would be ideal for the Warriors, getting a great complementary star alongside Stephen Curry, fitting seamlessly into their system while getting off the Andrew Wiggins contract. Getting Kuminga and a first-round pick in return would help the Nets get younger, developing young talents and looking for a star to build around. While the Nets could arguably look for another trade partner to acquire more draft picks, this allows Brooklyn to have a fun young talent, another first-round pick on the roster in a year, and more expensive contracts to eventually expire and free up cap space for when the Nets are in a better position to compete. Trade proposal sends Suns' Kevin Durant back to Warriors. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report proposed the following trade idea between the Warriors and Suns. Durant averaged 27.1 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 5.0 assists for the Suns this season while shooting 52.3% from the field, 41.3% from beyond the arc and 85.6% from the free throw line. He was 7th in the NBA in points and 5th in points per game. The Suns got swept by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the 2024 playoffs after going 49-33 during the regular season. The Warriors didn't make the postseason this year. Durant played for the Dubs from 2016-17 to 2018-19. The NBA legend won 2 championships and 2 Finals MVPs before leaving for the Brooklyn Nets in 2019. According to NBA reporters Shams Charania and Doug Holler of The Athletic, Durant never felt comfortable with his role in the Suns' offense alongside Devin Booker and Bradley Beal this season, so he could be open for another trade. If the Warriors have a chance to add a difference-maker of Durant's caliber without totally depleting their asset collection, it almost certainly involves landing the number 1 pick, Buckley wrote. Now, the Suns may still decide this is not enough for the 16-time All-Star, but the Warriors can expand this offer with more prospects and/or pick swaps if needed. That would be a steep price, but Golden State's need for a Stephen Curry co-star is substantial. And while the Warriors could consider alternatives, maybe those players wouldn't fit this system as snugly as Durant already has. During his 3 seasons in Golden State, the team made 3 finals appearances and won 2 titles, both of which saw the 35-year-old crowned as Finals MVP. Durant will make $49.9 million next season and $53.3 million in 2025-26. Since leaving the Warriors, Durant has won only 2 playoff series. He's been swept twice in the first round of the postseason. One of the greatest players in NBA history, Durant averaged 25.8 points, 7.1 rebounds, and 5.4 assists in 208 games with the Warriors. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Kevin Durant? Leave your opinion in the comments.